Hey everybody, CVH here, just climbing up rank 1 and testing decks in the post-Fall of the Dark Brotherhood meta still. I'm recording this 2 days after the release of the set, and I am testing some Wispmother Assassin. I hesitate to call this an aggressive deck or a control deck. I think it can play a variety of roles depending on the matchup. It's slower than a lot of the Assassin decks you might run into, with some neat synergies. I did lose a game to a deck using Wispmother and Blood Sorceress before, so I'm interested in using that combo to maybe close out some games, give us that little bit of extra damage we might need. In addition to giving us a body that could potentially trade early, seems like a neat interaction. We have the Goblin Skull Curse package, the Wispmother late game packed full of Eclipse Baroness and Suprematromancers, both as a 3-of, or both as 3-ofs, excuse me. So we should be able to outvalue a lot of the late game decks we'll run into. I'm pretty sure we can expect aggro. I think we can expect aggro. So we'll keep the Harpy. The rest of the hand's looking a bit slow. See if I can get a little bit better.
May you walk on warm sands.
Lurking Crocodile. Almost definitely Prophecy aggro Battle Mage, so we'll probably want to be playing the slow game. One thing this deck doesn't really have is heal, except for Queen Baron Zaya. A little bit inconsistent there.
I have no fear of you, cowardly schemer.
We do need any of our 3-drops or 2-drops, or even 1-drops. Or Curse. Curse I will take. I'm not super excited about it, but I will take it.
Let me kill for you.
Well, it's not something we can Lightning Bolt, so we'll just play Elusive Schemer, it looks like. Or we could play the Queen. He's gonna hit for 5, we could drain for 6 and kill. Elusive Schemer doesn't even really set up for Leaf Lurker too efficiently because he could simply have a Sharpshooter Scout.
I am the Queen Mother.
So yeah, I think we'll be happy with this trade. More or less happy with this trade. He'll also be giving me a card if he breaks this rune, if he attacks.
Pain and excess.
Alright, and that's it's pretty bad tempo for him to do that play here, so I'm okay with that. We could try to squeeze out an additional drain by hitting his face this turn with the Queen, going for Skulk and Harpy. I kinda like that. It's risky. Alright, it paid off, it looks like. Skulk and Harpy can play the Skulk in the left, Harpy in the right, perhaps? Or just both in the right in case he deals with the Harpy and this somehow with like a Shackle and a Ping. Well, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We could have easily played this in the left. If he happens to be playing Nord Firebrands or other charges, we also get rewarded for this. I would like to keep the drain around, if at all possible. Because it is our only drain, like I mentioned. If we can use like the Curse we get off the Skulk plus the Leaf Lurker to kill the Reeve, and then we can keep hitting with the Baron Zaya and make him dump even additional resources into killing it. Eventually, we know it's not going to survive the entire game. Wow, another risky play. Potentially also lost some tempo there. Got the cast out, okay. I think we can handle that though. Still is not adding to the board. And we are gonna just search for our Curse, I believe. I say we capitalize on our aggression. And let's play Leaf Lurker over here in case he gets the idea to develop in the field lane, so we can contest things. And Gladiator's Arena does actually put him on a clock too, so he might wind up accidentally killing himself with the card if we're able to keep this this pressure up and not run into a bunch of prophecies. But we look pretty well equipped to deal with just 1 or 2 things a turn as it stands. Obviously we can just trade with the 3-1, or we could Leaf Lurker it. We can set up the Queen again, maybe use some things guard this time. It's actually one of the main uses of it against aggro. Another Fate Weaver, man. What's in his hand that he has to keep resorting to these? We do have 3 Ice Storms in this deck, which again, you know, not typical of a lot of the Assassin decks you'll see. So he's probably not going to be playing around something like that. Double Lightning Bolt. So he's going to be down to 14 this turn. Very close to actually just dying. Could hit his face to put him at 14. He's going to be getting the rune anyway, and then just Leaf Lurker. And if anything attacks him next turn, I think we would win at that point. Obviously, he doesn't have near enough damage to kill me. Okay, he's gonna be harping. That's a little bit annoying. But that would die anyway. That's why he didn't play the Leaf Lurker first, obviously, so he has to answer the Leaf Lurker. But he does get a double trade on my currently shackled Leaf Lurker now. So he's at 12. So 2 damage going to his face, plus these 2 bolts, plus the Gladiator Arena next turn would in fact kill him. But our Harpy is now shackled, so it won't be able to do the damage next turn that we would need. Gotta do it with the Leaf Lurker or simply live 2 turns. And we are getting that possibility as well, because I'm sure he runs about as much less heal than I do, because he doesn't have the Queen. And he can probably deal with this, but it takes so much time that we could probably even just set up to double Lightning Bolt his face. The Gladiator Arena will kill him in 2 turns. Don't think he can deal with his own arena. Or he will play Afflicted Alit, trying to build a board. And not only fail at doing so, but we will be able to kill him with the double Lightning Bolt.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
We will seize our own fate.
Interesting that he's playing it in that deck. I still am not really on board with this card in Aggro Battle Mage, but again, I remain to be proven wrong. Just in case we hit a Dark Harvester or something completely wacky, let's take care of the trade we want. We get a Prophecy. It's irrelevant because the unless it's Dark Harvester, he can stay.
There is plenty for all.
And his own Gladiator Arena was his undoing that game. Not a bad start. Did not know if this deck could handle aggro particularly well. Our start was a little bit questionable. We had to curse the Relentless Raider for our entire turn 3, I believe it was. So yeah, let's see if we can keep the win streak alive. I don't know if a 1-game win is a win streak, but I did win 1 game before I recorded this video with the deck. I've just been doing this thing recently where I haven't tested decks extensively before taking to OBS to record them for YouTube. I don't know if you guys like that, if you guys like to watch me sort of derp around. Not really derp, because I always try to win, but test decks that are relatively untested or that at least I don't have a whole lot of experience with. I would try not to play a deck that I know I'm not going to be able to play too well. But this deck seemed like a lot of fun, so I definitely wanted to get some video footage of it. Life with Cena. We played earlier, I forgot what he was playing. Another Battle Mage, wow. Battle Mage has been traditionally very unpopular. Well, not traditionally, but like traditionally in the last 2 days of the post-fall of the Dark Brotherhood meta, I've been playing a lot less of it than I might expect. I don't think any Merrick, actually. People have just stopped playing that in favor of testing other decks. He's keeping 2 cards. I feel like that indicates aggro. I'm going to keep the Blood Sorceress just as something to contest the board early. It's not a happy keep. It just feels like a required keep. We did get a 2. We have the curse. I'm feeling like we can just pass.
Hail, friend.
Again, we don't really know what this is yet.
Your destruction is at hand.
Brutal Ashlander tells me effectively nothing. I have no idea what's going on. So, we actually can curse and develop the Skulk. I think we're okay with the 1-for-1. I'd rather not lose my Skulk because I can search out the other curses. Let's curse, take the 3, Skulk. Just no idea what Brutal Ashlander means for the future of this game.
By the 8th, they
I'm
will
actually
meet
gonna
their makers.
go ahead and grab my water bottle in a second there. But first, let's attack face. Let's curse that down, I think. And maybe develop our own Daggerfall Mage. Shouldn't be easy to answer from him.
By the 8th, they will meet
I'm
their
gonna
makers.
grab my own water bottle. Guys liking the I Love Kitty shirt?
My arrows shall fly true. Share take.
Careful there, friend.
Alright. Ever the professional. Oh, we need another curse really badly, and we don't have the ability to get one. Our Skulk is gone. We can play Cunning Ally. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We could attack and just tome. He has 1 tome, so he won't be able to just straight up kill my tomed Daggerfall Mage. I think that's okay. I think that's an okay play to make.
Share take.
I mean, of course, there's a chance he could kill it with something like a lightning bolt. That's just an ever-present threat. But we're still cycling, and we're not facing down too much pressure, although I think this is a deck that could easily pack on some pressure.
Your blood will spill.
Prophecy is not bad here. Let's go ahead and kill the largest thing. And that makes me feel safe enough, I think. So 2 of his cards are Tome of Alteration. Let's play, I think... we could Astrid in the right, we could Astrid Skulk, we could simply Cunning Ally Skulk. Astrid's a bit hard to clear for him, right? So it's going to force him to Tome if he doesn't want Astrid to take a favorable, and it will still trade in. So I like Astrid Skulk, I think, in the right. If we play them in the left, they lose a lot of power because he can Tome and actually just trade into the Skulk or trade into the Astrid and deny us our Slay ability. So yeah, I should note this in case people ask in the chat. People might not listen to this part, but yeah, I'm not playing any other lethal cards in this deck. So you might wonder about Astrid. I'm under the impression that it's just solid enough to include regardless for this deck. It's good removal to help us fight for the board early, and the contracts do seem valuable. I could just be wrong, but I think that's true. It's just a good standalone card. Maybe this is Merrick. Maybe we're finally up against Merrick Battlemage. Looks like it. Sharpshooter, Scout, and Ashlander are super weird though. Super strange. Maybe it's some weird sort of hybrid Battlemage that I'm unaware of. Either way, we can get a completed contract now. I'm into that. Let's get a curse first. Well, it doesn't really matter which order we do it in. Could even ward up our Astrid, but then he can just simply... Well, we should... I don't even know. We could ward it up afterwards. Hold on. Probably taking this opportunity to play Elusive Schemer, so let's just do that now.
Let's dance.
That would have been nice to draw for turn, so I could have Curse Leaf Lurkered that Markarth. That would have been an amazing turn. Just amazing. So if I do this... we can curse this, I suppose. And ward up Astrid. It's not hard to answer. He can simply use both Nord Firebrands he gets off the Markarth Bannerman, but that means he's not using them for something like Merrick or Atromancer. He could just be going for a Merrick turn this turn. He's going right for my face.
Time to fight.
It's a pretty powerful turn, pretty powerful Ice Storm, but we do get the board back, and we only know he has 1 Nord Firebrand, and he still hasn't played the Tome of Alterations, so he has 1 Nord Firebrand, 2 Tomes. Now at this point, it's almost worth like considering just dumping some blood sorceresses on the board. We could do something like Leaf Lurker, double Sorceress. And they would deal 10 to him if they stick. Just use the Ice Storm. And we know what 3 of his cards in hand are. I think I do want to play the Leaf Lurker in the left, though. I can't play any of these in the left, which is unfortunate. I can't play around Skaven, but we know what a few of the cards in his hand are. So let's go for this. Leaf Lurker in the left is susceptible to a Nord and Tome, but if he's doing that, then the Blood Sorceresses, it's really hard to say, and multiples are definitely surviving. Is he gonna Skaven? Ugh. Oh, he's gonna Tome? Wow. He has 1 Nord left, right? Okay, Rapid Shot. One of them does live. Nice. That's 5 damage. Worth it to me. We can punch for a bit more. Let's play Thieves Guild first and see what happens. Wait, we could actually just play Atro this turn. What am I talking about? Now, it's unclear whether or not he'll come into another Ice Storm. Of course, warding this would be fine, but then he has the Nord anyway, so it's not like that big of a deal.
Dumont, take you.
Your story has finished.
I say we go for it. Let's see, he has 39 cards left in his deck. The odds of a second Ice Storm, incredibly low. The odds of us not winning if he doesn't have an Ice Storm, also incredibly low. I like those odds. I like both of those odds. We only put him at 11. Don't need to worry about a Prophecy coming out. Something that we have to deal with without having any Magicka left for our turn. things are looking okay. But they could easily be looking pretty bad if he has another copy of Ice Storm. Alright, that's not an Ice Storm. It's down to 4 Magicka remaining. Just a good feeling to count the Magicka dwindling that your opponent can use when they're desperately trying to answer your board. It might be one of the most satisfying feelings as games come to a close in Legends. Maybe I'm just a horrible person. There's just something about winning, guys. Something about it. That's why our goal is to play the best we can play. And hopefully the videos are helping you guys out. And a lot of people have been finding the channel recently saying everything's helpful. So I'm glad I can, you know, give you guys some content to eat up for this wonderful game. So we have the battles. Definitely not dead on board, but close. Let's see if we can find a way to kill him with the Thieves Guild.
What have we here?
Again, close. Let's attack first. No reason not to, except if we wanted to play Wardcrafter first, but I think we'll just do the attacks first. Going all face. If we wanted to guarantee the damage, we should have Wardcrafted that. We could try for the ally double Firebolt on the 2/4. Is it risky?
Let's do this.
Well, we missed, so that answers that. We can just hit, though. And either play a Queen or Firebolt Wardcrafter. I like Firebolt Wardcrafter a bit more. Doesn't look like he's super well equipped to deal with this board. Three things are cover, excuse me. Covered, and one has Ward. He used both the Nords that we know he has. If he had Ice Storm, I'm pretty sure last turn would have been the turn to do so because he put himself dead to a lot of things that he wouldn't have been dead to otherwise, such as Lightning Bolt, Cliff Racer, which is not in our deck but could have been, Tome of Alteration, Atromancer.
Let's heat things up.
Just a bunch of stuff.
Tests us. Time to fight.
So he's actually dead to less things now, but his board is pretty weak. He has 5. I think it's like 12 or something if he has Atromancer in his hand. Let's Baroness first, or do we want to attack first? Is there any relevance to... I think we just attack first. Just makes sense.
My scale.
Just in case he got a Shrieking Harpy, don't want this to get shackled.
Let's go then. My time is precious.
I think we just play it. And that's gonna die anyway. He has Nord. We'll just block the thing with the most damage in case he tries to push for face. I don't really think he can threaten lethal this turn or anything like that. Belligerent Giant's not bad. He's still dead to an awful lot of top decks unless he clears my Harpy. No Magicka left. So again, a lot of the things I mentioned still kill him. Lightning Bolt, Atromancer. Schemer could draw into one of them. If I played Schemer, I could play Queen after. If I play Eclipse Baroness, I can't play Queen after. In neither case can I play Atromancer after I draw. So Baroness should be objectively better here. If I draw a 3-drop off of the Schemer, I can play 3-drop Queen. I think that might be better. Oh, let's do this.
Let's dance.
All of that decision making for nothing because we had the Lightning Bolt on top. But it's worth trying to find the best percentage if we don't get Lightning Bolt, right? Because obviously if we get Lightning Bolt with either of them, it didn't matter which one we picked. But if we don't get Lightning Bolt, which is an infinitely higher percent, well, not infinitely higher, but much higher percentage, We have to figure out what gives us the best chance of A, not dying, and B, killing him the following turn. So I like the idea of drawing with the 4 cost because we could play like a 3 cost Daggerfall into Queen, giving us a pretty good guard. But yeah, we won, so that's good. And we found the Merrick Battle Mages on the ladder. Well, we found one of them and an aggro battle mage, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Fun little deck. I'm going to play it some more, and I'll let you guys know, I guess, if I have some good results. Maybe I'll do a deck tech or something. Maybe I'll do some more gameplay videos. Let me know what you thought about it. Feel free to leave a comment. Join the conversations in the comments section about the deck, about how you feeling about the meta, post-fall of the Dark Brotherhood, all that good stuff. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, follow the stream in the description down below, and I'll see you guys next time.